Okay, we're given the formula that b equals m over h squared. For part A, we're told that m is 50, h is 1.57, and we have to find out b. Well, it's already in the right form for us. B, in other words, b is the subject, so we just stick these numbers in here. So therefore b equals m 50 over h squared. Use brackets when substituting in. H squared. H is 1.57. Okay? Therefore b is 50 over 1.57 squared is 2.4649. Therefore b is, and the answer is 20.2847. Something, something, something. And we have to give this to one decimal place because they tell you in the exam question. So one decimal place means we have to look at this number here, and it's 5 or greater. So it's 8, which means it pushes this one up 1. So it becomes 20.3 to 1 dp. Okay? You don't have to write this stage in the exam. You could just put that in your calculator and go straight to there. Okay. B. Right, this time they've told us H and B, and we have to work out M. So, don't dive straight in and put the numbers into the equation as it stands, because we have to find M, which means we need to make M the subject of the equation first using algebra. So if B is m over h squared, we need to get m by itself, which means we need to bring the h squared up here, which means multiplying both sides by h squared, because we've got h squared on the bottom at the moment, so to get rid of it we want an h squared on the top, so we have to multiply both sides by h squared. H squareds cancel, so we're left with m equals b times h squared. M is b h squared. Therefore, m equals b is 21, h squared 1.8 squared. 21 times 1.8 squared. Now, BIDMAS means the brackets, indices, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Brackets, indices. Indices takes precedence over multiplication. We have to do 1.8 squared before we multiply by the 21. Okay, so m equals 21 times 1.8 squared, which is 3.24. Okay, therefore m is 21 times 3.24 is 68.04. Now, we're going to leave it at 68.04. We're not doing this to one decimal place because they didn't tell you that in the question. When they don't tell you how many decimal places they want, you have to make a sensible choice yourself, and in this case it's m, which is mass. So in the question they didn't give us the mass to any decimal places here, so it's probably best just to leave it as it is. Because again, they haven't told us how many decimal places they want. So it's fine, just leave it at 68.04. Right, part C. we are told that the maximum ski length is 145% of Tom's height. Work out the maximum ski length. And his height is 1.8 meters. Right, what we have to do in this case is convert this English sentence into maths. So let's do that. The maximum ski length is... Okay, we don't need to convert maximum ski length into anything. We could call it x, if you like, but we're not looking for an equation here. We just need an expression, so we don't need an equal sign. So we're just going to jump straight to the expression for what the answer is. So it's 145% of Tom's height. Okay, 145% is 1.45. You take the percentage value and add that to 1 to increase something by 45%. So we're going to multiply Tom's height by 1.45. Of means times. So that's 145% of Tom's height, which is 1.8 meters. So that's it. That's the answer. 145%, 1.45, of means times his height. And 1.45 times 1.8 is 2.61. If you want to write the whole thing as an equation and you don't want to just write the expression for the answer, then you can say his max ski length is x, because it's the unknown, it's the thing we're trying to find. So x means equals 145% of his height. It's the same thing. Max ski length is 145% of his height, converting English into maths. Very important skill.